Today, I'm going to discuss the topic of moral rationality is universal, and everyone should act according to the same moral laws regarding the circumstances. First, to make things clear, I want to talk about the definitions to put us on the same page. Morality is a set of decisions that are not spoken of but are therefore good for people, better good for people. But morality is not always the law. And something that is legal is not always moral. I'll set an example. If you steal, it's counted as illegal and immoral. If you steal for the homeless some food, that is still illegal, but it is moral. So something that is illegal is not always immoral. All moral problems and philosophical disciplines start with ethics. Ethics comes from ancient Greek word ethikos, relating to behavior and customs. When we're talking about morality that is universal, we have in mind deontology. And I'm mainly going to talk about deontology today because it is relating to the topic of universal morality, and deontology is an ethical theory that uses rules to distinguish right from wrong, and as ethical actions, as Immanuel Kant believed, should follow universal laws that are well known to everyone, like don't lie, don't steal, don't cheat. These universal laws are known to everyone. Of course, there are more of them, but I'm not going to get deeper into that. These are just the basic ground ones. And as Immanuel Kant stated, that moral philosophy is based on categorical imperatives. So, as he quoted, act only in accordance with maxim, even which you can, at the same time, will that it becomes the universal law. So maxim is a rule of principle of action, and universal law is something that must always be done in similar situations. So you set an example for someone if you do something or something. So for example, if I steal a bike at night, this means that everyone else could steal a bike, in which means that I don't want my bike to be stealing, so thus I should not steal someone else's bike. It's immoral. So by doing something, you're setting a ground rule for someone else in a similar situation to follow or do. So you should only act if it makes sense for you to will everybody to act in the same way. Immanuel Kant tries to using logic, steering the importance of morality. And Kant viewed morality through to categorical imperatives. Commands must follow regardless your desires, or moral obligations are arrived from pure reasons. So this means, to the topic, you have to follow certain rules and moral values regardless any circumstances. And second, Kant's categorical imperative or theoretical position is formula of humanity, and as he quoted, act so that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that another person, always as an end, as never as mere means. So again, to unpack this quote, to use someone as mere means means you use something that to your own benefit with no thought to the thing that you're using. So for example, I eat with a fork and a knife and I scratch the plate. I use it to my own benefit, but I do not care for the item. And sure, you can use an item and you for your mere means and you don't care about it, but it is moral and you cannot use a person. And to treat someone as end in herself means to recognize the humanity of the person you encounter. And it is your responsibility to keep in mind and act morally. So, for example, you cannot harm or use it for mere means a person. It is immoral because they have their own lives, feelings, etc. But you can use an object like a cup for your own mere means. You can only use a person and the end of herself. So it is stated that the action shouldn't be done out of fear for consequences, but purely out of pure will. And deontology doesn't judge actions by their results, like consequentialism. It ignores subjectivity, so it's easier to follow the universal law. This means that it basically ignores everything else. It only focuses on the universal law, so it is easier to make decisions because you don't look at subjectivity or anything else like that. And to sum up, I just want to say that universal morality is important to talk today's society, not only to study what Kant says, but maybe use it too, because we encounter moral problems in our day, and moral laws, first things first, should come from yourself, and then you can set an example for others, as Kant once said, act though your maxims, you could become a legislator for universal laws. So remember to treat everyone as kindly as you are treating yourself. Don't use someone as your maxims. No, don't treat someone as your mere means that you don't care for, but more of like treat someone keeping in mind that they are human themselves and they have emotions. You should always act according to thinking if other person would do the same, and always think of what kind of example you're setting for yourself. So yeah.